Pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, good evening and welcome to the December 2020 Planning Board meeting of the town of Philipstown. Given the incredible attendance we have this evening, I'm confident that the word did not get out that tonight is Kim Connor's last night here, because otherwise you would have been feted by all your fellow citizens across the municipality. Right now, I feel like, besides Ulysses here coming in late for the party, we are lightly attended, so that means we'll be quick. Can I have a roll call, please, Cheryl?
Kim Connor.
Here.
Dennis Gagnon. Not here. Peter Lewis.
Here.
Laura O'Connell.
Here.
Neil Toman.
Here.
Heidi Wendell. Here. Neil Zuckerman.
Oh, here. Okay. Thank you very much, Cheryl. So this will be a brief meeting tonight. We only have two pieces of business. Well, three, two and a half, we'll call it, pieces of business. So we'll be quick about it. First, approval of the minutes from the very well, in fact, superiorly attended and managed board meeting from the last shot. Thank you, Neil Toman, for doing a great job and showing what excellence actually can be. Well done. Can I get a motion to approve the November minutes, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you very much. Okay, Kingsley Tree. I don't think we need to read this. Ron, why don't you just remind us what was decided last time and talk about the order of battle here?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
The mask? Could you please tell us what we're supposed to do right now?
Is this on Martin Road?
No, this is Kingsley.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because I have an old. I just matter of practice. 1 month, you just can't handle your job. Let's just start with the road standards at Hudson Highlands Reserve, please. Thank you. Okay. What?
The board has been through that project for, I think, about 8 years. They've just completed the environmental review that went through conservation analysis, DEIS, FEIS, recently adopted a finding statement over the summer. And subsequent to that, as part of the planning board application, they also had matters that the town board had to address. There was a request for some rezoning of a limited part of the property to go from manufacturing, M zone, to rural residential. The town board has since acted and approved that change in zoning, and what that serves to do is allow them to get those 2 additional lots that have been the subject of much conversation over the years. So that now permits them to have the 24 lots that they had requested, and which had been based on the rezoning being approved. So that's now been resolved and is now behind us. The second matter that was before the town board also involved a request for the application of an alternative road standard for the grade on the entrance road, the road that leads from Route 9 to the project itself. It snakes up the hill, and then it enters the area of the development where the individual lots are actually located, and accesses the roads that actually provides access to the individual project lots. So they had made that application for those standards to the town board. In the consideration of that, the town board made referral back to the planning board for your study and advice on that matter. The board asked me just to review the facts and findings of the case. That's the memorandum you have in front of you. I've tried to paint an overview of what the project is, what it represented, what code provisions apply. But at the end of the day, that issue has been studied from the very beginning of the project. The most basic criteria that you had to resolve was where access should be derived from. And from the early iterations of the project, you had always considered Route 9 to be most appropriate. It does have frontage on other local town roads. All of them had very significant physical or environmental constraints that the board and actually the public also felt were not appropriate for access to the project, and so they've always, in every iteration of the site plans, had considered Route 9 to be the point of access. So I consider it to have been very well studied throughout the process. I think my memorandum lays out the review that the board had accomplished and the findings. And at this point in time, if you consider the presentation that I made in my memorandum to you, it's just a matter of advising the town board that you support the application of the 12% road grade, this alternate road standard for that one roadway in the project.
Okay. Adam, are you prepared to give us any advice at this point? I know you're pinch hitting for Steve on this matter.
Yeah, I think all that the planning board needs to do, assuming that it agrees with Mr. Gaynor's report, which supports the roadway usage with increase of 2% in the grade, the board should simply make a motion to adopt Mr. Gaynor's report and then forward it to the town board. Of course, if the planning board wants to add anything in addition to what's indicated in Mr. Gaynor's report, that can be done as well.
So before we move on to even questions about it, I want to just gauge the board members without testing your homework status, if everyone is qualified or prepared to discuss the memorandum. Because I think this came out, when was this sent to us? When was the memorandum sent to us? Yesterday. So I don't know if the board has even had a chance to read this and thoughtfully consume it. And it is, regardless of the duration of the project, anytime the board is asked to opine on something of large size, I want to make sure everyone has sufficient time to even discuss it. So the board members feel prepared. I'm just going to take a gander down the rows here. See if people are ready to have had ample time to even discuss it or review it, please. No. So I think we're not going to be able to discuss this tonight because Ron, I'm happy for you to read it to us at some level or provide summary, but I just don't want to make this board opine on something that is relatively important without having a chance to even consume the material, which is not an insult to you, Ron, nor to my colleagues, but 24 hours is a little tight to consume it.
Very good.
Did you want to give any commentary about it, or would you prefer we just do it in
Yeah,
January?
no, I think it's just worthy of the board's individual review.
Okay, so I'd like to put this on the docket, please. Let's just make an agenda item, please, for the January meeting where we actually spend time to talk about it and review it. And everyone has the memo and can then certainly discuss it and go from there. I'm not suggesting there's anything wrong with what you're written, Ron, but the board needs time and 24 hours is tight. Anyone oppose that approach? But that's what we've decided, ma'am. I'm sure your principal appreciates your protestation, but we're not gonna do it right now. We're not gonna review it. So let's move on. All right, Ron, back to you on the Kingsley. I know last time we asked you to prepare memos for approval. Anything else you want to add on that?
No, not at all. The most, or the final pressing issue was the issue of just the roadway access versus the school bus activity on that same street. That, I believe, got resolved at the last meeting. There was a commentary issued by the school transportation director, and there was a commitment from the applicant in terms of their activity in and out of the site. So on that basis, the board felt they were prepared to consider both a negative secret declaration and the physical site plan and special permit approval that's required for the project.
So I have both those documents in front of me, the neg deck and the site plan approval. Can I have a motion to approve the negative secret declaration, please? Okay, Peter. Second? Kim. Any comments, discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions. Okay. And then on the site plan approval, similarly, can I have a motion to approve, please? Thank you. Second? Okay. Discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstention. Motion passes. Kingsley's, congratulations. You're back in business. Okay. That's that order of business. I'll sign now. Let's wait till after. Okay. Last order of business. As I alluded to earlier, and I'll take off my mask so I'm clearer. We are saying goodbye to a 13-year veteran of this board, Kim Connor. She was on this board before I joined. I thought I'd be off before she left, but she is not predeceasing me, but she is certainly leaving me. I will tell you, Kim has taught me a great deal. We're friends in many other organizations in this town, but she's proven what a public servant is and is not. I will tell you what a public servant is not. It is not someone who gives speeches. It's not someone who takes credit. It's not someone who sort of opines without thinking. It's someone who certainly doesn't talk without listening. A public servant is someone who does the work. And I've climbed hills with Kim. I've walked through wetlands with Kim. I've been on steep slopes with her. We've heard her talk about setbacks and lot lines and doing the research. And look at this. She brings us a collection of farewell materials just to say, I've done my research. And I can tell you this is the most well-thumbed code you can find. And so she has done the work. We are honored to have her be a part of this team. And I think it's very easy to say, a job well done. So thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
I'd like to go around my colleagues, because I'm sure they'll have something more interesting to say than I do, and say a few words of thanks and farewell. Who would like to speak? Anyone? Peter, please. The floor is yours. Here.
Kim is a great friend of mine. Not only that, but she is just a stalwart here and somebody to emulate, if that's possible. Makes me feel like a fool much of the time. So I just like to say that it's been an honor to work with Kim, and I'm really sorry to see her to go, but totally understand. 13 years, it's a lot of time. It's a lot of
Anyone else? I'm not making, I'm just saying, Cheryl, please, the floor is yours.
Short and sweet, but Kim has helped me a lot since I started working here. I've learned so much from her, and I really count on her help with all our website. She's going to teach me all that, but I'm going to miss her so much personally, too.
Heidi, do you want to say something, please?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I've learned a tremendous amount from you as well, Kim. I know I haven't been on the board that long, but I feel like your departure means I'll have to examine everything all that much more closely. Because I kind of have at times thought, well, Kim will catch it if it's not right. So I'm gonna have to pull out more the sheets and look at them a lot more closely with a magnifying glass.
I had a similar sentiment. I was thinking how many times when you're jammed for time before a meeting and you're looking at the EAF, and how many times you go, well, Kim will have been over this with a fine-tooth comb, so maybe I can skip that. But we went from I was thinking since I've been here, we were at the library, and then we were down at the VFW, right? Which thanks for getting us out of that other situation and getting that. I remember that was much appreciated, letting us use that space. And I think your eagle eye will be missed.
Well, thank you.
All right, well, thanks to Cheryl's great planning, we also have some libations and noshes to toast you. For you kids at home, stay in school and follow Kim's example. All right, may I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Second? All right, see you in the January meeting. Thank you all.